You might be wondering why I have RAM and hard disk in the same slide. Now, a few years back, even a decade back, we used to call the RAM as a primary storage and the hard disk as a secondary storage. Because I believe even before my time, even before the hard disk was evolved, I think RAM was used for computations and then they didn't store it at all. So RAM couldn't be used as a secondary storage. RAM is basically volatile, meaning whatever you save in RAM, after you switch off your computer, it vanishes. It's volatile. But that's not the case with your regular hard disk. In your regular hard disk or your SSD, whatever you save, it is retained in the device. But RAM doesn't do that. The reason why RAM was not used as a secondary device was in those days using RAM. So say 10-15 years back, 2 GB of RAM was very expensive. But these days 64 120 is of the same cost. Now when you think of that, you can't have a 1 TB RAM used as a storage device. So RAM was basically used for a temporary storage, so to compute. But RAM speed was way ahead and way faster than your hard disk. This hard disk that existed like say 5-6 years back, I mean even now it is available, but people don't prefer this. Earlier it was very cheap. The magnetic tape keeps rotating in terms of 7,200 rotations per minute. There used to be a head. This head is what reads from the hard disk and writes in the hard disk. Just think of your old gramophone. So your gramophone rotates and you have the head to read, right? So it was the same. So it was dependent on this mechanical device, and when this mechanical device is rotating, it can just generate 7,200 RPM, and it isn't as faster as the SSDs that we have these days. If you just look at it, this is the SSD that comes in your laptops. SSD is nothing but hard disk, but this doesn't has any mechanical rotating parts. It doesn't has any moving parts. It is a chip where data is stored and retrieved. So since it doesn't have any moving parts and it's all based on a chip, it's quite faster than your old hard disk. Now, if you have an old computer that actually works with this kind of hard disk, if you just replace SSD, it's going to make a huge difference. So that's how faster this is. Now, what we saw here is a pure hard disk with no outer frames, and this is what is being used inside your laptops or your PCs. Now, generally, when you look at this is all the same. This is nothing but this hard disk being enclosed in a box and used with an adapter. That's it. And similarly, this might be housed in an adapter like this. So the SSD could also be used like that. Then you have your pen drives, which you could use it through your USB, but this is basically portable and you use it for moving data from one place to other. You might also use this in your car player or any other media player. And then you have your micro SD cards, which serves mainly for your smartphones and your camera, but you can also connect this in your laptop through adapters.